Hi, I'm Rob from HopZine.com. Thanks for joining me for another video beer review. This time I'm going to be looking at one of these 6 beers that I've got in front of me. I was sent these by the very generous people over at the Bristol Beer Factory. I've never had any beer from this brewery. They all kind of came about. I sent a message out on Twitter asking who makes a really good milk stout these days. I've had a few, and I'd say the Left Hand Brewery milk stout's always been the winner for me. But it's one of those beers that gets overlooked a lot of the time. But it's something that I really like. And what the brewery that people kept mentioning was Bristol Beer Factory and their milk stout. So I contacted Bristol and asked if they've got any in stock. And as it turned out, very few are in circulation at the moment. But I got a message back from them, and it ended up that they sent me this box of beers. And in particular, the beer that we're going to be looking at today is Bristol Beer Factory's Milk Stout. It is 4.5% ABV. As I'm sure you know, milk stout, like every other stout, but is brewed with lactose sugars. So let's get this open. This was, I think it's won various awards. It says on the front of the bottle, Champion Beer of Bristol 2006-2007. Obviously it stands out amongst the, it's clearly an old bottle. All the new ones got the new pretty snazzy looking branding, looks really nice. But less talking, let's get this open. So as I said, 4.5%, perfect percentage for a milk stout. So as you can see there, black, really dark, hardly any kind of traces of colour. As I held it up to the light then, I got a bit of, it looks a bit more like a dark brown actually, but it looks great. A little fizzy head, kind of subsiding a bit there as you can see. But yeah, some legs on it. Yeah, nice bit of lacing. Let's have a drink. Let's have a sniff first. Nothing. It's not a massive nose. Little cream soda edge to it, maybe, like vanilla-y edge. Yeah. Yeah, definitely a bit of a vanilla edge there. There's roasty. A little bit of maybe mild licorice, but nothing remarkable on the nose. Let's have a drink. Oh, that is good. It's quite thin actually. That's the only thing I'd say bad about it. But it just disappeared, which is not a bad. It's not a bad characteristic for a beer. Yeah, thin, not too much carbonation, which is good. With it not being too thick, that doesn't make it unpleasant. That you haven't got it fizzing around on your tongue. But as far as the flavour goes, a little sweetness at the end, roasty, developing there, a little bit of bitterness, a little bit of kind of roasted malt bitterness, a little bit right at the end. A little bit of, it's like a dark coffee, like a black coffee. Not an espresso, not as powerful as that. But that's a really nice milk stout. Not too heavy, just what you'd want really. 4.5%. Really solid that. I mean, I guess we beer geeks get a bit caught up in the whole drinking big imperial stouts. You forget the joy you can get from a bottle of 4.5% stout, especially this, which it never becomes too sweet, it never becomes too sugary, but that flavour's tucked back there. A bit of vanilla. It's a bit like those little milk bottle sweets you used to get, but not as synthetic as that. It's not a synthetic flavour at all. It is quite milky, definitely. I guess the last kind of sweet stout, milk stout that I had was the Southern Tier Creme Brulee, which was my first video beer review. And obviously you can't put these beers side by side. That's like 10.8%. This is 4.5. This is a sessionable milk stout, and I drink a lot of it if I could get hold of it. As I said, nice body. Could do it being a little bit thicker for me, but I guess milk stouts never tend to be that thick. But for me, a little bit thicker. But the flavour's spot on. Nicely roasted. Nice level of sweetness. Not too much. Not getting cloying. Not getting sickly. Because some of them do. But this has got it really... It's got it dialed in. It's well balanced. Very well conceived beer. And I really wish I could get more of it because... It's essentially non-existent at the moment, but I'm sure Bristol will start brewing this again. So, in conclusion, Bristol Beer Factory's milk stout, 4.5% milk stout, sweet stout, whatever you want to call it, 4.5%. Get yourself over to bristolbeerfactory.co.uk. You can get all these other beers, as you can see. I've got the Gold, I've got the Ultimate Stout. Quite acclaimed Ultimate Stout. Their Christmas beer, which I'm going to be drinking very soon. I'll probably write a review of that. The Bristol Toe. People get lost in these puns at this time of year, it appears. We've got the Somerville hop, which is I'm really looking forward to that. Loads of American hops in that. Obviously, that's going to appeal to me. And then the Bristol Stout. A really nice looking range of beers. As I said, not a brewery that I've drank a beer from before, but their milk stout has definitely not let them down. As I said, get out there, definitely get this beer when it's back available, because I know Bristol are definitely going to make it available again, and try some of these other beers. I'm sure you won't regret it, and I hope I'm going to enjoy the rest. So thanks for joining me for another video beer review, and I'll see you soon. Cheers.